Canny Lass, a chestnut mare, 4-year-old, by Bletchingley from Jesbon Lass, raced by Mr. and Mrs. A.R. Dodson, trained by Rick Hall-Lacey at Epsom, and was ridden by Greg Hall. Second, number 7, Taj Quillo, C-Din. Third, number 2, Luther's Luck, P. Highland. Officially fourth was Avanotto, and fifth, Miner's Man. Now the next race today, event 6, you can scratch number 5, Stylish Wish, and number 18, Almost Paradise. Race 7, take out number 14, Dundas Lane. 1:24.2 was the time for the race, 1:24.2. Nice time. It was behind Trichel's last year's win, 1:23.4, but this track probably not quite as fast as it was then. Canny Lass to pay $271.10, Taj Quillo 95, and Luther's Luck $2.85. The Quinella $4.05, the favourite Quinella $4.05, and the trifecta $184.40, $184. And Luther's Luck third, $2.85, Quinella $4.05, and the trifecta $180.
He's niggling at it a little bit now. A length and a half then to King Delamere, joining Lack of Reason as the paces clapped on. Then a length and a half further back, Astralin. Bounty Hawk lost his place. Importune gone to the outside from Pliancy. Bounty Hawk going forward now. Then Kiwi, Slave and Colonial Flag a long way out of it. 500 out on the corner. Luther's Luck, a join not declared. Tristark under the whip, moving up to them, and a length and a half. Lack of Reason, he's making a run from King Delamere. They're followed by Importune and Bounty Hawk needing a run. Tristark took the lead into the straight, immediately tackled by Lack of Reason. King Delamere, Bounty Hawk's going well if he gets out. The leader, Tristark from Lack of Reason. Bounty Hawk coming at them from Luther's Luck, but Tristark took the lead. Lack of Reason trying to get to him. Tristark just in front of Lack of Reason. Tristark the leader near the line, and it's going to win it by a half neck to Lack of Reason. 2 lengths away, King Delamere third. Every chance from Bounty Hawk and Import.
Yes, it was Tristark who won the race last year. 2 runs, very ordinary, a little bit better last week. Third run today, similar to last year. Tristark in the Underwood Stakes. Bone Crusher, of course, the hot favourite in the event. The Underwood Stakes comes up in 2 races' time. It's the last leg of the quadrella, but we're going to have a look now at the 6th race in the program with Jenny, Keith, and
the other one there. We're just a sec. We're about to go to Adelaide, race 6, so let's join our caller in Adelaide.
Right on 3 o'clock, and they jump spot on time. Dashing Duke a little slow to begin. Away quickly on the inside was Emotional Issue. Going up in the early part, Storm Treasure to join in with it, and so too was Emperor's Genie, who's right up on the pace today in the early part. Then just in behind them came making ground to about 4th, Sweet Gamble, Native Sonata, Dashing Duke. Just in behind those as they work along the far side, Joy's Elsa from Cantry and Under a Stranglehold, and 2 lengths to Bold Yoke. Shaping up past the 1200 metre mark, and the pace is only even, where Storm Treasure is a joint leader with Surai, who's up on the rail now, and around the outside, Sweet Gamble. Just in behind them, Emperor's Genie. Emotional Issue under restraint from Dashing Duke, and around them, Joy's Elsa. Further back in the field behind Dashing Duke, who's giving a bit of ground, Native Sonata on the rail. Out wider on the track behind that division came Cantrian, who hasn't been popped, its question. And last of all, as they work down the side of the course, is Bold Yoke. Now they're starting to quicken the tempo, and here the leader is Sweet Gamble by a length and a quarter to Joy's Elsa, Storm Treasure third. Just in behind those as they shape up for the turn into the straight, Surai. Emotional Issue was there, and so was on the outside Emperor's Genie, but deep. Cantrian's taking off 4 wide, but joining in fairly quickly from Dashing Duke, Native Sonata nowhere to go, and Bold Joke joining in. On the turn for home, Storm Treasure races up now, and they sprint right up. They've sharpened the pace appreciably. Sweet Gamble the inside, Storm Treasure, Emotional Issue, but Cantrian is now claiming them all. Had a bit of a bump there with Emotional Issue, but it's going up to join the leader. A line of 4, Sweet Gamble, Storm Treasure, Cantrian and Emotional Issue, a 4-way go. Cantrian just the leader from Emotional Issue coming at it. Cantrian doing a shade the better, and Cantrian's home by a lip over. In second placing, Emotional Issue. Third, Storm Treasure. Just in behind them, Sweet Gamble, Dashing Duke, Surai. Then Bold Duke, Native Sonata. Emperor's Genie was up on the pace but gave ground, and Joy's Elsa was last.
Well, great finish there. Could be a protest. Cantrian on the outside will just get it. He's lugged in a couple of times, but O'Connor didn't have to stop using the whip. It's a photo. Cantrian will get it, though, at 250 and 75. Emotional Issue, the favourite third, 55. Storm Treasure third, $1.20. Great finish here. Cantry in the outside has just won it from Emotional Issue as they went to the line in race number 6 in Adelaide. Well, one of our friends out here today watching the racing, the Marlborough Cup meeting, is well-known ex-champion umpire and, of course, a great sporting commentator these days.
Now, Table Habits was another one who was away. Table Habits now walking up to the line. It goes in, and Golden Revenue and Water Show will be the last two to link up. Now, Golden Revenue's in, Water Show comes up, so they're all set for a start. Settling in the stalls, Timid Miss Towie. Settles, the light goes on, they're racing. Out wide, Table Habits, one of the first to break the line with Golden Revenue, and Bell Spirit away well from Water Show, Miracle Lass. Cena is behind them, and they're followed by Goblet, Bon Pepé on the inside, and Tatiara going forward with Golthal. Back behind them is Sheer Wonder, and Just a Light got back to the rear now with Timid Miss. Past the 800 they race. Golden Revenue about a head in front on the inside. Up there, Water Show, and a length to Bell Spirit, caught a bit wide, followed by Tatiara Cena. Then came on the inside Golthal, Miracle Lass, Bon Pepé going forward, and they were followed by Mrs. Mannering, and then Sheer Wonder. Rolanda back in that bunch as they came near to the corner from Just a Light and Goblet. On the turn, 500 out, Golden Revenue is about a head to Water Show. Bell Spirit, 3 wide, is coming out after them on the outside now. They were followed by Tatiara looking for a run. Bon Pepé, Golthal still there over on the inside. There's many horses with a chance as they settle for the run in. Come Tell is further back, and Miracle Lass held up, but Bell Spirit shot to the lead with 200 to go, dashed away. In second placing, Water Show, and they were followed then by Come Tell, Tatiara and Sheer Wonder, but Bell Spirit's going to win by about 5 lengths. Close for the minors, it's Tatiara getting second, Water Show third, just in front of Sheer Wonder. They were followed then by Miracle Lass, Mrs. Mannering and Come Tell from Just a Light, Rolanda, Bon Pepé. Then came Table Habits, further back Golden Revenue. Well back in the field, Rolanda, Goblet. Cena's one of the last home with Timid Miss and Golthal. Oh, it's bolted in. Number 1 is the winner, Bell Spirit, ridden by Kay Forrester. Number 16 is second, Tatiara, ridden by I Caliber. And third placing, a photo between Water Show on the inside and Sheer Wonder on its outside. Well, Bell Spirit made them look like hacks. It's won by length, run 1:11.9. Water Show has probably just run third from Sheer Wonder. Number 12 is third, and that is Water Show, ridden by R. Dawkins. So the full placings 1, 16 and 12. Number 1, Bell Spirit, a grey mare 5-year-old by Beau Ghost from Gildabelle, raced by Mr. and Mrs. K. Perry, trained by J.W. Pearson at Cranbourne and ridden by Kevin Forrester. Second, number 16, Tatiara, I Caliber, and third, number 12, Water Show, R. Dawkins. Officially fourth, Sheer Wonder, and fifth, Mrs. Mannering. Yeah, she's a good mare, Bell Spirit. Won 3 out of her last. Well, she's only had 28 starts now in her life, and she's won 8 of them and been placed second on 10 occasions. So that's 18 times first to second out of 28 starts, which is a wonderful performance indeed. And the way she carried that 57 today and ran 1:11.9 and made them look like hacks. It's won officially by 4.5 lengths. And one must only say that despite the weights, the handicapper hasn't got the better of her yet. Mrs. Mannering probably wanted it a little bit further, and it wasn't a bad run, made up ground. Just a Light got into a lot of trouble, and it's one that is worth keeping in mind. Come Tell, an ordinary run, and Bon Pepé did loom up a little bit at the turn, but failed to go on with it at all. Now, let's see, the Quinella is at hand. Oh, what a Quinella. $157.60, the Quinella, $157.60, and the trifecta, $4,753.75. $4,753.75. A big trifecta in the How Now handicap. The numbers 1, 16 and 12. But the top pick, Bell Spirit, getting the money.
The next race in the program is a very important one because it's the second leg of the TAB double and it is the last leg of the quadrilla. So there's lots hanging on it. It's the Underwood Stakes at Weight for Age. Black Knight 12.25 3.15. Affinity 12.05 2.65. The Filbert 2.55 and 70. Feeder Awar 16.70 3.05. At Talak 6.50 1.95. Glenmoriston 28.95 4.85. Windy Mink 66.70 and 14.15. Correct weight has been notified for place getters in the previous event. Numbers 1.16.12. Winning margin 4.5 lengths, 3/4 between second and third. The time 1:11.9 and correct weight. Now we're down to about 8 Asterman, 26.65 5.25. 9 Bone Crusher 1.40 and 1.10. 10 Always Summer 6.75 and 1.60. 11 Tristark 2.30 75. 12 Our Sophia 5.10 and 1.40. 13 Samara 31.35 5.95. Scratch 14, win pool getting close to the 100,000, place pool almost $60,000. Now the protest at Gosford has been dismissed. The protest at Gosford has been dismissed. And let's see how our three musketeers go with their selection.
Chesa one further away on the outside is Lack of Reason from Late Show Our Sophia. Then Rant and Rave, Playful Princess, Dwaynette's Girl, and then comes the favourite Bone Crusher with 3 behind it. Samasan in company with Astralin and Fox Seal. On the side, approaching the 600 and a bit like as race to the front. Tristark second, third posse is taken there by on the outside the Vagrant, a length, the Handy Proverb, Late Show, Lack of Reason, Dolceza. 2.5 Our Sophia, Tristram Rose, and then Rant and Rave, Dwaynette's Girl, and Bone Crushers dropped out Stone Motherless last as they turn the corner, and a bit like a leads the way. 300 to go. Tristark second, Dolceza third, then Late Show followed on the outside by Rant and Rave and Handy Proverb. Bone Crusher starting to make ground. 150 out, a bit like the leader, Rant and Rave, and here is Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher on the outside is swamping them. Rant and Rave going with him, but Bone Crusher, oh, what a horse he is. Bone Crusher brilliantly wins the Tancred from Rant and Rave, and a bit like...
Great win there to Bone Crusher. Can he do it at Caulfield in the Underwood?
Or Big Interest. It's a better line now. We race at Cheltenham on Saturday, Balaclava Sunday, and there's big trouble now. Auto Rotate red, so did something else. Auto Rotate's gone up again, and an attendant has been caught with him. No, I think he's freed himself. Yes, he has, that attendant. He was very lucky. And this big galloper Auto Rotate giving a real dose of trouble to the attendants now, who settle again. They've checked another gate in about 4. Now it's a quieter line. Here's a chance. I don't think he'll give them another chance. He doesn't either. They're off and running and away very quickly. Out deep on the track was Fear No Battle away there with Pure Ace, who jumped well, and so too driving through the pack is Rich and Plush and also Lord Papa. Fire Vein is prominent, and so is Flaming Dancer, and over on the inside of all of them, keeping them at bay, is Auto Rotate. They were followed by Brazen Lover, and then came Cast Pearls. Further back in the field was King's Pleasure as they worked down the side. Then came Top Cheval, and further back behind them Haley's Habit. They were followed, getting back, Yearman. Big Interest was one of the last and Make Play. Down the side they go, and the leader over on the inside, Fire Vein. Going up on its outside though is Fear No Battle, who looks to be travelling as well. 2 lengths away, Rich and Plush camped on the outside of Auto Rotate. Flaming Dancer in need of a run now gets off the rail, putting up on the outside of those Lord Papa, and even deeper on the track, joining in King's Pleasure with a bit of a run. Brazen Lover goes through on the rail. In the straight now, he goes for Fear No Battle, but Fire Vein kicks. There too was Auto Rotate. They were followed by Flaming Dancer right down the outside. King's Pleasure is winding up with a good run. Auto Rotate gets a run when Fear No Battle got the wobbles. It's coming out after that one, and down the outside is King's Pleasure. Clayton Bromley goes for King's Pleasure. It's finding plenty, and King's Pleasure will go on and win it well. Good go for the Miners, or Auto Rotate or Flaming Dancer. Nothing between them, and they're wide apart. Splitting them was Fear No Battle. Cast Pearls with Pure Ace running on. Brazen Lover just behind the money. They were followed then by Fire Vein, who got a bit tired. Haley's Habit there with further back Top Cheval, followed by Big Interest. Out wide Yearman, and then came further back Lord Papa, and the last in, one of the last throughout, in fact, was Make Play.
Well, Boulder getting up there. King's Pleasure to pay $24 the win and $4.25 the place.
close for the Miners. Auto Rotate 95 and Flaming Dancer 95. We'll just see if we can watch those down to the line and see how they run, because it'll be a big trifecta with this real bolter winning the race. Oh, I think Flaming Dancer's got up to run second, just in front of Auto Rotate and Fear No Battle behind them. I think you'll find Flaming Dancer number 5 may have just got second. Right, Adelaide race 8, Regal for me $3.01, Sharp Rock 21.84.80, Top Guard 14.25.390, Jazz Ruler 40.
Coming up towards its spot now is Our Sophia, runner-up behind Tristark in the Caulfield Cup last year. Our Sophia goes in. The Filbert is the second last horse to move in. Harry White brings the Filbert up. And At Talak will be the last of them for the Underwood Stakes, a Group 1 race of $100,000, and that is the view down here at the start, and you can see what an efficient operation it is. At Talak moves into the stalls. They're set to go. Here's Bill Collins.
The field is set. Track is cleared. The lights on. Racing. Affinity slow to get going. Bone Crusher began well with Astaman and also Always Summer. They were followed by Glen Morriston, Samara, Tristark, Feeder Awar, and then the Filbert from Windy Minx. Next, Our Sophia, At Talak, Affinity last with Black Knight. Settling down, Astaman and Bone Crusher the leaders. On the outside, Glen Morriston, and the Filbert's going to head them all off now. 2 lengths to Samara, a half to the Filbert, and they were followed 2 lengths Always Summer from Tristark. 1.5 lengths, Our Sophia, At Talak and Windy Minx. 3 lengths to Affinity and about 2 to Black Knight. 1400 out now, and Feeder Awar it is who's gone round the outside and taken up the running. Feeder Awar settled down 2 in front of Glen Morriston, 1.5 lengths, Bone Crusher third from Astaman fourth, and the Filbert the outside. Then Samara, Our Sophia, followed by Always Summer, a length further back, At Talak on the inside of Tristark. 1 to Windy Minx and Affinity, and 3 lengths to Black Knight. 1100 out over the hill, Feeder Awar, 1.5 lengths clear of Glen Morriston, 1 to Astaman. Bone Crusher 3 parts of a length away fourth, a couple of lengths to Our Sophia and the Filbert from Always Summer. 1 to At Talak, and they're followed then by Tristark and Samara, taken to the outside from Windy Minx, Affinity and Black Knight. Past the 800, Feeder Awar joined by Glen Morriston. Bone Crusher sitting only a length behind them, and then 2 lengths to Always Summer. Next is the Filbert, and then Astaman starting to drop out of it from Samara, Tristark and At Talak to the outside, followed by Our Sophia. 600 out on the corner, and Bone Crusher eased up 3 deep to join the leaders on the turn. Bone Crusher drew level and hit the front from Glen Morriston, Feeder Awar. The other New Zealander, the Filbert, is running on from Always Summer, Samara, Tristark, and then Black Knight to the outside. At Talak badly blocked for room. Bone Crusher's dashed away 3 in front into the straight. The Filbert second from At Talak running on Always Summer. Further back, Tristark struggling with Our Sophia. At the 200, At Talak out after Bone Crusher's pegging it back at every stride. Bone Crusher the leader, At Talak challenging the inside, but Bone Crusher will win. He's hanging on and he comes away again to win a length to At Talak. 5 lengths away third, Black Knight from the Filbert. They're followed closely by Always Summer, Our Sophia, and then Affinity ran on. Tristark was well back in the field with Samara. They're followed by Astaman, Glen Morriston, Windy Minx and Feeder Awar.
Official placings for the Underwood Stakes. Number 9 is the winner, Bone Crusher, ridden by G. Stewart. Number 5 is second, At Talak, ridden by M. Clark. The judges call for a photo for third, with Black Knight finishing strongly on the outside and looking to just grab the Filbert and Always Summer. A photo between those 3 for third placing. Great performance, ridden a little bit upside down, Bone Crusher today. Obviously to keep him out of any bother. Third placing to number 1, Black Knight, D. Murphy, 9-5 and 1. 9-5 and 1 official. Great run At Talak. About 100 metres from home, he looked as though he's going to beat Bone Crusher, but Bone Crusher either was loafing or At Talak's run came to an end, and Bone Crusher drew away to win by a fraction more than a length. The winner of the Underwood Stakes, number 9, Bone Crusher, a chestnut gelding 4-year-old by Pegasa from Imitation, raced by P.J. Mitchell, trained by F.T. Ritchie, who is from New Zealand but training at Epsom, and ridden by G. Stewart. Second, number 5, At Talak, M. Clark. Third, number 1, Black Knight, D. Murphy. Officially fourth, the Filbert. And 5th, Always Summer. The final event today, the scratchings are 7, Fuego, and 11, Daring Fleet. He's a mighty horse, Bone Crusher, all right. He's had 3 starts in Australia now for 3 wins. The Derby and the Tancred in Sydney last year at Randwick, and here today in the Underwood Stakes, and nothing is beyond him. He showed today that he can be up near the leaders. He doesn't have to drop out to be last as he was in the Tancred into the straight. He can be handy, and that run will have improved him again. Bone Crusher to pay 110 and 60. At Tallock, $1.45. Black Knight third, $4. Quinella, $5.50. $5.50 was the Quinella, and the trifecta not yet to hand on the Underwood Stakes. So, the 8th and final event. Hope it's not the get-out stakes for you. We hope that you're in front at this stage. And this one is the Castaway Cooler Welter.
Moment. Full beats there, and Arawak standing up pretty well. There's one on the outside. The extreme outside runner it is. Could be Gold Fallacy. Gold Fallacy's in there. Home to Stay. And there's one climbing up very high, Knowing Look. Well, Prince Arthur was. Still there's one just not quite in on the extreme outside. Home to Stay stands up well. Just inside from the outside alley. Formerly with Tommy Smith. Now Pat Quinn trains it. Now just about got this one in. On the outside.
Racing Lismore.
Puggles. Still pulling away from the gates. All the others are there nicely, but Puggles is the one holding up the
Okay, while this one's playing up, a quick look at your tote odds there for Sydney, Gosford. Prince Arthur, 195, one of the favourites, and 5 Gallant Owl, 185. McCormick in it at 345. Quick look over the page now. On the second page, all pretty long odds there. King of Galaxy, 1085, and Home to Stay, 885. Let's go back and see if they're ready.
Continues to hold up proceedings. Now this time they've got him there by the looks of it. Jockey's about there's few attendants there. They ran through the front, but he didn't go with them. So they're having their hands full with Puggles. 40 to 1 chance on the tote he is, Puggles. Jockey's still standing in there on the upright. Rod Quinn. And they're having no luck with him. One in the centre too, Milanese Craig Carmody standing on the upright there too. He's giving a bit of trouble in there whilst they tried to get this horse in, Puggles. But they got him there this time. Finally in, Puggles. He's there, and the rider about to climb back aboard. Rodney Quinn. So here's the starter rushing around to let them go in the Foster's Intermediate. $15,000 race, and they're all set, ready to go. Line's pretty good now. The starter takes the button. Set. Ready to run. Still not happy with Milanese in the centre. Racing this time. Prince Arthur missed it about 3/4 of a length. He was slow to go, and winning the jump on the inside now was Zarlap. He's bounced out in front of Puggles out wide. Top Mate showing a ton of speed, burning them off. Steve's Return was handy, and then King of the Galaxy. Gallant Owl getting into about 4th. Fozzie early, and there followed by Call Me Pat. Gold Fallacy next, and then McCormick a break in the field. A Knowing Look. Well back in the field was Full Beat now from Puggles, who's caught out wide in behind those Milanese. Prince Arthur's a mile out of his ground. Third last from Jabba Hat. Jabba Hutt is second last, and 2 to Arawak. 600 to go, and Top Mate speeding away. 3 to Gallant Owl getting to a clear second. Third then was Zarlap. 2 to McCormick on the rail from Call Me Pat. Steve's Return. The head of the others, Gold Fallacy, and then Milanese King of the Galaxy was next, and they're followed by Puggles. Prince Arthur's making ground through in the centre, followed by Full Beat, Knowing Look. Jabba Hutt and Arawak the last two. Top Mate under the whip, led for home, but Gallant Owl's claimed him on the outside. And Gallant Owl's hit the front from Top Mate. McCormick switching to the inside, about 3 lengths off. then to Milanese, and Prince Arthur's running on from a long way back, but today could be the day for Gallandale. He shot to the lead. McCormick's going after him, but Gallandale holding McCormick, and Gallandale won a half-length McCormick. Prince Arthur came from nowhere to get third. Fourth, Top Mate Who Weakened, and then Milanese, Call Me Pat, followed in by the head of the others, Zarlap, and then Full Beat Arawak. Behind those, King of the Galaxy, Steve's Return Puggles, then Jabba Hut, and the last couple to finish in the race were Knowing Look and Gold Fallacy.
Winner 5, Gallandale, has paid 185 and 75, or should pay. Second, number 8, McCormack, 115, and Prince Arthur probably got up to third, 90 cents. Well, it's on the win, Tate, a red-hot favourite. I think that must be one that Mark Reed's involved in. Apricot Black Seams, trained by John Hawkes, ridden by D. Holland. It's drawn barrier 1. The second favourite, Regal for Me, is number 1. It's $1.85 and 65. It's drawn 13 in light blue, brown sash and sleeves. They're just about ready to go in the race as we cross to Ron Paps.
Welcome is about to go in. Almost set. Welcome at the last. The day has improved tremendously weather-wise as it's worn on. There they go. Had a pretty tidy start. 2 Sharp Rock jumped fairly, getting away quickly. Regal for Me, Jazz Ruler, and also Killer Instinct, and Dancing Lass driving through. With them too is Isomer, who's trying to keep up on the inside, but Dancing Lass draws to the lead narrowly from Killer Instinct, Regal for Me, Isomer. Just in behind them, our Video Star Second, followed by Pride of Prestige, Jazz Ruler, Will Fight, Welcomette. They were followed further back in that division then by Girdwood, and also back there too was Gold Galaxy, and then came Piker Bella further back to Top Guard, about 2 lengths away behind those. Balana struggling at the moment, and 3 or 4 away to Sharp Rock. Before the turn, Dancing Lass is going keenly. 2 lengths in front of Isomer, who's close enough if good enough. Killer Instinct is third, and off the track, Regal for Me improving. They were followed by Pride of Prestige. Then our Video Star looking for room behind those. Will Fight, but checked out of it. There's a fall. Girdwood's come down, and there's another one down as well. As our Video Star, I think, is the other. The 2 horses are on their feet. The riders are conscious, but getting through to the leaders. Isomer from Dancing Lass, Pride of Prestige, Regal for Me. It's Isomer, the leader, trying hard. Regal for Me, and down the outside, Isomer in front. Balana flying. Isomer for the money, and wins it from second. Balana third's very tight. Regal for Me or Pride of Prestige. Gold Galaxy next. They were followed further back. Dancing Lass, Seconda. Well back behind those then. At spaces then came Top Guard, Piker Bella, followed by Will Fight, Jazz Ruler. Last in Killer Instinct, bar 2 that were tailed off. And they were Welcomette and also Sharp Rock. Oh, and unfortunately our Video Star has broken a leg.
Okay, here's the scene coming to the turn, and the 4 coming up. Isomer's running second now, back about 8th to 9th place. The 4, there it goes, and there's 2 or 3 of them down, and several horses have got to go right off the track and have lost any chances. Isomer dives through on the inside to hit the front, and the favourite wins, paying $1 the win, 55 a place. And there's Isomer going down to the line now to win it well. Second placing to number 8, Balana, 125, and third is very close between Regal for Me. Let's see, and Pride of Prestige as they go to the line. I think Pride of, oh, there's nothing in it. Regal for Me is showing 80 cents, and Pride of Prestige, number 15, is $9.40. So that's the last race in Adelaide today. And alternate back behind the line. This is the one that winds it up. Open betting race. Calais has gone in.